Okay, let's evaluate this for a screen porch enclosure. Beautiful Ipe deck. We can maintain that also. Okay, let's see what the spacing is between these. Let's see what the spacing is between these. Yes, we're going to enclose the whole thing. Let's see. I want to keep all of this. I want to keep all of this view open. How big is this span? Wider than 8 feet. All right. So we already have a focal break point here. We have a focal break point right here. So I'll turn the panels this way, and we'll have one upper panel and one lower panel. Perfect, 6 feet. 6 feet by 3 feet, beautiful. There's going to need to be a cross member. Can the cross member attach to, Caesar, let me see those metal things. The cross member can attach to, need something. Can I use this as a base to lean against with my, so my first thoughts are, I'm going to use an AZEK trim. I'm going to use an AZEK trim. This is the track I install my screen into, but it's not substantial enough. I could put an AZEK filler in here. Put an AZEK filler in here. Attach my framing, and then it'll go up. And here's my framing. It'll go, oops, sorry. It'll go up. We'll have another piece of AZEK here, the same dimension, going up here that we could butt against to. That'll go in there. This whole panel will be wide open. So 6 feet by 8 feet, 3 feet, actually it's 9 feet. 6 feet by 9 feet, 3 feet by 9 feet. I'll check that dimension, but I'm sure that's going to be the same because it's balanced. Same thing here. We will put a, oh, and at the bottom, of course, there has to be a piece for us to go to there. So the AZEK piece will go there also. And I'll do something creative with this molding. Anyhow, something will happen with that. It has to go to the floor. And here's an unpleasant part of the job. If we are really being meticulous about having insects get in, I guess they can get in through there, but yeek, that's a mess going under the crawl space to do that. I hate even mentioning it, but I would be not truthful and forthcoming if I didn't say that that's a fact. Okay. What do we have here as a width? 5 feet. So yeah, all of our panels are going to go to the ceiling. 6 feet. Boom. Yes. 6 feet works great. Same idea. 6 foot material. Bracing there. Bracing at the bottom. Going along over here. Over here, we're going to do the same thing like what's going on here. We're going to do the same thing like what's going on here. Can you put in a door? Yes, and there's going to be a door. I see the door happening in that right-hand corner. And what we would do is the same thing that they've done here. break this off into, so for easy math, let's call it 11 feet. Half of 11 feet is 5.5. So 5.5. I mean, we have to have something to attach the structure to. So at 5.5, and actually, as a focal point, it doesn't look bad because it lines up with the left edge of that fireplace. At 5 feet, we're going to need another post going like this here. 5.5 feet is here. Yeah, we need framing to attach to. So, 5.5 feet is where another piece of bracing is going to go. And I really wouldn't want it to be as big and clunky as this. Like, that's so enormous and chunky. If we put another one that big right here.
So you're going outside this, like this, straight?
Yeah, we're going to come like right from here.
No, but I'm saying with the other one.
Yes.
This way.
We're going to have to come someplace here. But, all right, we'll come up with a choice. We're going to have either something like that, or I kind of like this idea because it visually takes up less space. Run that dude, boom, to the ceiling. And then this same cross member here will span across here. Bingo. This same piece here will span across. Boom. You'll still have 2 panels. It'll still carry the same theme. And then when we come to the doorway will require its own framing. Hello. We have a light fixture there. That's not the end of the world to relocate that. I mean, I'm not an electrician, but I could do that in short order. Bringing it maybe a little bit more to the right and certainly up a little bit. It seems like it's placed kind of low. But anyhow, maybe there's some of these shingles someplace, or it could be... Oh, they're cedar shingles. Yeah, you could definitely... So, the door, wherever the door gets placed, maybe the door will come... Actually, maybe the door should come and start at the side of this bracing here. Boom, the door will come here, and the door will have its own bracing coming up also. All right, visually we have to come up with a way for the framework to look like it gets along with the same theme. You definitely don't want it looking like an afterthought. We want this to look like it was built and incorporated into the house from day one. So that is the short version of how it's going to get done. As far as a screen porch build out, everything's time consuming, but not especially challenging. An unpleasant aspect of the job is, oh, and I can maintain this E-Pay deck. Gunderson Flooring and Design is the main parent company of Mr. Window Screen, and this is absolutely our forte. Nothing needs to be done to it now. It's gorgeous. But
Corner is lifting.
yeah, that corner is lifting. That's easy to address also.
Good as cool.
Well, yeah, yes and no. How do we get in here? Aha! This is how you deal with the mosquitoes. And instead of climbing under there, I don't think anyone could reasonably fit in there. We screen all of these off. Close all of this, and that'll keep any of the bugs from traveling from the yard into there. Mosquitoes typically come from your lawn or standing water. And if we have screen mosquito mesh there, they won't be able to get in to breed or do anything. Okay, that's how that gets solved. All right. I think we're going to have to go with the big chunky post. I think that's going to be This one, something like this is going to have to split the distance. A big chunky post up the middle. But I'll defer to the customer's wishes, and if there's any architectural talent involved, I certainly welcome them telling me how they want it done. But that's my practical solution to getting all of this. All right.